it was unprofessional of what I did, but I just got caught up in the moment, and you know, a couple of times in Man United games, and probably that one really was obviously was the start of it for me. But then I had the Paolo Di Canio, incident. But I mean, apart from that, I was a pretty good boy for for the amount of games that I played. But I actually cannot give you a genuine. I think I just was wrapped up in the old of the occasion. I didn't even realise that it was, like you said there, that the penalty was late in the game. I couldn't actually tell you that, but I don't even know if Brian knows what I said to him, but I generally can't remember. And it wouldn't have been much, but as I just said, really, I've always said, you shouldn't do that to a fellow professional, but it happened, and you can't change it. But along the way, it's great to look back and think that, those sort of rivalries, people just say, oh, was that the start? And you've just talked about David Rocastle starting it, or was it myself starting it? But I just think it was, and Brian mentioned it earlier, how good, or particularly later on, sort of more late, if you like, 90s, how good those two teams were. And it was, for me, it was the only two teams that were going to win the league. So those battles just intensified more and more. Even so, after I'd gone, it carried on with Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex, and then, with Martin Keown. So the history is there with different players, but the two teams are the same, because I think those two teams believed they were the best.